Hello everyone, welcome to the another session of information and technology. So children, in the last class we have discussed about the term entrepreneurship, how entrepreneurship can be chosen as a career option and the different rewards and kind of limitations we have in the field of entrepreneurship. Now today we'll start the last chapter of the syllabus, that is green skills. आपको पता है आपके कोर्स में पार्ट ए, पार्ट बी, पार्ट ए एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी स्किल्स, पार्ट बी सब्जेक्ट स्किल. पार्ट बी सब्जेक्ट स्किल्स वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड. पार्ट ए जिसमें एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी स्किल्स, जिसमें हम लोगों ने कम्युनिकेशन स्किल देखा, सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट स्किल देखा, आईसीटी स्किल्स देखा, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप देखा, एंड द लास्ट चैप्टर दैट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट टुडे, दैट इज ग्रीन स्किल. These are the same chapter that will be repeated in class 10 as well. All the chapters of part A. What we will talk about green skill. सबसे पहले हम लोगों ने चैप्टर में बात किया ग्रीन इस पर्टिकुलर पूरे सेक्शन पे कि एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी स्किल्स जिसमें हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी स्किल्स में टोटल 5-6 चैप्टर्स आर देयर. एक चैप्टर ईमेल हम लोगों ने ओमिट किया था. तो बाकी के 5 चैप्टर्स में हम लोगों ने सबसे पहले बात की कम्युनिकेशंस की, दैट हाउ कम्युनिकेशन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सेकंड चैप्टर में बात की हाउ वी कैन मैनेज आवरसेल्फ इन डिफरेंट सर्कमस्टांसेस. थर्ड चैप्टर्स में हम लोगों ने बेसिक आईसीटी स्किल्स के बारे में बात की. एंड फोर्थ चैप्टर में वी हैव डिस्कस दैट हाउ वी कैन बी सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड, बीइंग ए बिजनेसमैन, बीइंग एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. नाउ the last chapter is trying to give an awareness. Last chapter is trying to motivate one individual that how we are dependent on our nature. At the same time, we are not giving the same importance to the nature as it's supposed to get. In the very first page, there is an introduction about environment, nature, and ecosystem. Being a student of class 9, this is something very familiar term to everyone, that environment is something which is available everything or which is available in and around. आपके आसपास की कोई भी चीज, चाहे वो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म हो, नॉन लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म हो, that is a part of environment. This has come from French word environment, which means surroundings. And everything, whatever we find, whether it is river, trees, sky, air, mountains, they are part of environment. At the same time, we have understood from so many things we have discussed in class 6, 7, 8, 9, means this is something very common topic or frequently discussed topic, that the nature itself has balanced the environment by creating a food chain plan where the autotrophs are hunted and they are hunted and eaten by heterotrophs, and this is how the entire ecosystem is formed, where autotrophs are the producers and heterotrophs are the consumers. This is something which I am not going to discuss in detail. You have discussed a lot about all these terms. But at the same time, do we realize that this is the high time where we need to go for a plan like sustainable development? This is the time when we need to take care of our nature because we are dependent on it. We are utilizing the resources available on it. We are having high utilization or high consumptions of all these resources. We need to go with a plan. We need to go with a strategy where we can have a positive change, a healthy change in our environment. Now, how we can just come to a conclusion, how we can come to a situation where we can actually say, yes, there is an imbalance in our society, there is an imbalance in our ecosystem, there is an imbalance in our nature. We have to accept the fact that yes, there is an imbalance. We have to accept the fact, yes, there is a damage. Yes, we have to accept the fact we need to go for a recovery plan where actually we can work to save our environment. Now, what are the different things that actually influence our nature system, that actually influence our nature balance? Whether it is production of heavy carbon dioxide gases with different sources, with factories, automobile industry, cement factory, uses of coal mines, air conditioners. The temperature of the earth is getting increased, which leads to global warming. We have different other things which is coming unexpectedly in different time slot of the entire year, whether it's cyclone, flood, hurricane. Means there are different factors which actually just fact make an important role to disturb the balance of environment, to disturb the system of ecosystem. And what are the different factors? Number one, population. We need to accept it. The increasing populations actually is giving a very huge burden on the system, huge burden on the nature ecosystem, because the way the population increase, the demands increase. When demand increase, we need to go for the supply, we need to go for the delivery of the products, and to fulfill the requirement, to fulfill the demands, we are coming into a situation where we are actually not thinking about the nature, we were not thinking about the environment, because being a business minded person, we have only one objective, to just earn money and money. But in order to fulfill the demand of our population, we are actually disturbing the entire system of our nature. After population, the next factor that also plays an important role, which disturb the balance, that is deforestation. We know nowadays when we talk about industrialization, we have to talk about the establishment of factory, we have to talk about the establishment of small scale industry, and these are possible when we have enough amount of land in our in and around. आप गवर्नमेंट एक 4 लेन प्रोजेक्ट बना रही है, एक एक्सप्रेस हाईवे बना रही है, किसी तरह का कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट पे काम हो, तो सबसे पहले होती है उनको लैंड रिक्वायरमेंट की। उस लैंड रिक्वायरमेंट को फुलफिल करने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं हम अपने फॉरेस्टेशन के साथ कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर रहे हैं। Yes, when we are going with the deforestation, we do not have any plan B to just substitute the damage, to substitute the same amount of tree by planting them in the nearby location or somewhere else. So because of deforestation, we have so many unusual climate changes, we have so many unusual unexpected changes in our society. We are not getting the quality air to breathe and just spend our entire life. So deforestation is another factors. Mining. When we talk about mining, it's not about coal mining, it's about that how we are digging our earth to get different things, whether to get the coal, whether to get water, whether to get some other things which may be a part of our day-to-day life, but that mining process is something which is damaging or very highly responsible for the erosion of important soil quality, and that leads to the damage of our environment. Because of the reason, because of mining, we have soil erosion, we have landslide, we have noise pollution, and that becomes very difficult situation to maintain the balance or the ground level water. Then next factor is pollution. This is something that is not to discuss with, like you are many kind of very confidently familiar with the things that how the pollution is also an effective factors, or how it is making changes in our ecosystem because of the different gases which is getting emitted from the pollution, different industry, factories, vehicles, other areas, and they are leading into the getting into the water, which damage the drinking water. At the same time, excessive sound of vehicles, which leads to the noise pollution and whatnot. These are certain topics which I may be not able to explain you better, but these are certain topics which you can explain or you can write on your own, that how the different factors actually making an important role to disturb the balance of nature, whether it is deforestation, whether it is uh, population or mining, or population, then industrialization. This is again something very familiar. When we talk about employment, we need to establish factories, we need to establish manufacturing industries, and where somewhere indirectly or directly to establish an industry, we need to have the space, we need to go for different things, we need to compromise with the different other options, which is actually very important for the to maintain the balance of this environment. So this is how different factors, whether it is population, deforestation, mining, pollution, industrialization, are very important factors, which is not which is making a change, which is influence the balance of the nature. How relationship is very important, how there is a relationship between society and environment. किस तरीके से? Man is a social animal, we all know. When we saying when we are saying social animal, by meaning we are trying to mention, we are trying to specify that yes, he share his resources and spend his entire life or her entire life with other people in the group. सोसाइटी इज ए फ्रेमवर्क, ए प्लेटफॉर्म, ए लेआउट, जहां पर लोग एक साथ रहते हैं, जहां पर लोगों का एक प्रोटोकॉल है, गाइडलाइन है, एक कॉमन रूल्स को फॉलो करते हुए एक पीसफुल, एक एथिकल और प्रॉस्परस लाइफ को स्पेंड करने की कोशिश करते हैं. सोसाइटी इसी कारण से इन्वायरमेंट का इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है. What we are trying to say that how society and environment are related to each other. When we are talking about man, we are talking about a social animal. How they are social animal? Because we are sharing our resources, we are sharing our love and affection and the mutual relationship with each other, and we are forming a society. And a society is a framework, a layout, a platform where people are coming together, living together by following a proper or common rules, and they are trying to live a healthy, peaceful and prosperous life. The relationship between society and environment has been prevalent for thousands of years. This long tenure has caused a fluctuating impact on the environment stability. आज के टाइम पे अगर हम एक सोसाइटी डेवलप कर रहे हैं, एक सोसाइटी को स्टैब्लिश कर रहे हैं, एक सोसाइटी के एग्जिस्टिंग होने की बात कर रहे हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं हम उस सोसाइटी के बैलेंस को बनाए रखने के लिए अपने इन्वायरमेंट की रिसोर्सेज का यूज कर रहे हैं. और इस रिलेशनशिप को बैलेंस करने के लिए हम अपनी तरफ से हर उस काम को करने की कोशिश करते हैं जिससे कि ये रिलेशनशिप हमेशा एक बैलेंस तरीके से बना रहे. लेकिन जितने सारे फैक्टर्स हैं कहीं ना कहीं इस रिलेशनशिप की स्टेबिलिटी को डिस्टर्ब करने की कोशिश करते हैं. हमारी जितनी एक्टिविटीज है, चाहे वो डेवलपमेंट के नाम पर हो, हमारी जितनी एक्टिविटीज हो जो इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ के नाम पर हो, हमारी जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज हो चाहे वो सोशल वेलफेयर के नाम पर हो, कहीं ना कहीं एक इकोलॉजिकल बैलेंस को, इन्वायरमेंटल बैलेंस को डिस्टर्ब करने की कोशिश कर रही है, इस रिलेशनशिप को डैमेज करने की कोशिश कर रही है. हमारी ज़रूरतें बढ़ रही है, हमारी एक्सपेक्टेशन बढ़ रही है, हमारी लग्जरीज लाइफस्टाइल बढ़ रही है, हमारा लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड चेंज हो रहा है. इन बहुत सारे कारणों से ये जो सिस्टम है इन्वायरमेंट का, ये जो चेन सिस्टम है पूरा नेचर का, ये डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है. एंड दैट बिकम्स टू द डिस्टर्बेंस बिटवीन सोसाइटी एनवायरमेंट. सो सोसाइटी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, but at the same time we need to go for a plan, we need to go for a strategy where we are fulfilling the need of the society without compromising with the balance of environment. Then ecosystem. ecosystem है क्या? एक कंपोनेंट है environment का, जहाँ पर सारे लोग एक साथ रहते हैं, चाहे वो ह्यूमन बीइंग हो, प्लांट्स हो, कोई भी एनिमल हो. And we are living in a system, we are living in a platform where we are actually fulfilling this need of individual, we are fulfilling the needs of each one of us. जहाँ पर एक डिमांड सप्लाई का चेन बना हुआ है, एक ऐसा मैकेनिज्म डेवलप हो चुका है जहाँ पर पूरी तरीके से ये प्रोसेस लगातार चलता रहता है, जहाँ पर हर कोई एक दूसरे की जरूरत को पूरी करने के लिए लगा हुआ है. Where some people known as producer or named as producer, some people known as consumers or decomposers. The ecosystem is something, a platform, a complete single platform where living and non-living things coming together to maintain the balance, to fulfill the needs of individual. The ecosystem is a part of environment where we are living together and we are just trying to fulfill the need of individual, जहाँ पर लाइफ साइकिल कंटिन्यूसली चला हुआ है. तो आज के सेशन में हम लोगों ने ये देखा कि नेचर क्या है, इन्वायरमेंट क्या है, किस तरह से इन्वायरमेंट का बैलेंस अलग अलग फैक्टर्स के कारण डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है, चाहे वो पॉल्यूशन हो, पॉपुलेशन हो, इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हो, डिफोरेस्टेशन हो और माइनिंग हो। उसके बाद हम लोगों ने देखा कि जो सोसाइटी है और एनवायरनमेंट है उनके बीच में रिलेशनशिप किस तरह से बना हुआ है, उसको बिगड़ने की कोशिश किया, वो बिगड़ कैसे रहा है। और लास्ट टॉपिक हम लोगों ने देखा इकोसिस्टम। नेक्स्ट टॉपिक वी विल टॉक अबाउट द डिफरेंट अदर टॉपिक्स, that is natural resources, different type of natural resources, how we can conserve them, and other things. So this is for the day, children. Thank you everyone. Stay home, stay safe.